Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your May general readings. We're looking at the first half of May from the 1st to the 15th. And this reading is for the fire sign of Leo, our lovely lions. Welcome everyone today. I hope everyone is continuing to be safe and well and as sane and happy as we can. I know that for some people, some of the lockdown restrictions are loosening up a little, and for others, not quite yet. So I hope everyone's continuing to do well. All right. So this is a general reading for the first half of May for the fire sign of Leo. That's Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising, if your Venus is in Leo, or if you're cross watching for a Leo as well. Watch your other signs if you know them. It can be quite helpful in providing additional clarification. And if any of the readings do resonate with you and you'd like to reach out, take a deeper look at something, or get information on a personal reading or schedule a personal reading, you can click on the description link below, click on that little arrow that pulls down information, and you'll see a little more info and contact details. You can always email me directly at Maggie, the number one McGuire at gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I offer a wide variety of readings. I can usually respond to your initial inquiry within the same day or the first 24 hours. And as I do readings full time, I'm pretty diligent at working with everyone's schedules to get readings set up with you as quickly as possible. All right, so let's move right into this reading. Leo, let's see what the first half of May holds for you. For those of you who need or want to know, I am using the Gilded Tarot, but I'm using the newly released Royal version by artist Ciro Marchetti, whom I just adore. Very rich, vibrant colors. Okay, Leo. Leo, we begin with the Tower, followed by you, the Queen of Wands, the Four of Wands, followed by the Star. From the bottom of the deck, your overall energy for the first half of May is the Fool. So, you know what, Leo? It's obvious that you're embarking upon a new journey or getting ready to embark upon a new journey because your overall energy for the first half of May is the Fool. The Fool is the very first major arcana card in the tarot. He is the zero, getting ready to start on a brand new journey, a brand new chapter in your life. This is also about doing things that might seem a bit risky or feel a bit risky because the Fool is all about stepping off the beaten path. He's a trailblazer. He doesn't like to um, walk paths that are familiar and known to him. He steps off the beaten path to explore where a certain path might go or where a certain journey might lead him to, regardless of whether or not he has a fixed destination or goal. So it's all about starting something new, a brand new journey. Because the Fool, being the first major arcana card in the tarot, the deck is about the Fool's journey through life, our journey through life, for certain portions of our life, learning, changing, growing, and evolving. So starting off on a brand new one. Leo, we're preparing to do that. So we have the Tower, followed by the Queen of Wands. The Tower often represents an unexpected event, situation coming in very quickly, very suddenly, very drastically, and it's a big shakeup. It represents the ending of something so that, or tearing down of something so that something new can begin. Sometimes this can represent a complete breaking down and ending of something that perhaps you thought was stable, but really isn't, and it can be transformed and rebuilt again. Or it can represent the ending of something so that you can move on to something completely new. It represents something that comes in that's a real game changer that shakes up everything. A lot of people, kind of wince and stress out when they see the tower because a lot of times the tower does represent an unexpected event that comes in and breaks down or ends something that we're not comfortable with, ends it in a way that we don't like, or ends something that we're attached to. So it's often looked at with some kind of trepidation, but it always means that Whatever was in place was either flawed or no longer meant to be part of your journey. So it's about breaking it down so that you can start or transform into something new. But sometimes it can also represent an unexpected event that comes in a very positive, beautiful way. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening here for you because clarifying the tower is the Queen of Wands. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy, sun, moon, or rising. Most likely your energy, Leo, being exactly who you are: fiery, charismatic, dynamic, a go getter, a problem solver, a good leader, a good delegator, confident, self assured, attractive, sexy, even, very powerful energy. Leo, I feel like many of you, the ones who I'm reading for, have actually manifested this tower yourself, whether directly or indirectly because, as a result of your decisions. And I feel like this tower is a very positive thing. It looks like, Leo, it feels like you have something. Okay, so I'm getting two different stories here. For some of you, I'm feeling like you're taking a big risk with the Fool here. You're taking action. You've made a momentous, profound decision that's really going to or really is impacting your life. Or this is happening because of that decision you've made. I mean, it's the same thing. Um, and the reason that you're clarifying the tower is because you're the one that's manifested this. This is happening because of a conscious decision you have made. With the Fool card here, again, it may feel a bit risky. I mean, stepping off on a brand new unknown journey onto an unknown path can be very exciting and rewarding, but it can also be a bit intimidating and scary and overwhelming as well. But you have made the decision to manifest something. You've made a decision, you've taken action on it, and it's a real game changer. Or for some of you, this tower card event, whatever it is that's fostering this profound change, unexpected or big change that's coming in right now, is as a result of maybe recent decisions or actions that you've taken, maybe in the last part of April, because we're looking at this is the energy for the first part of May. Whichever one of those applies to you, Leo, you are the driving force, the driving manifesting force behind this tower card because you want to start off on a brand new journey. Now, next to that, we have the Four of Wands, the 1111 card, unexpected blessings, happy surprises, family celebrations. There is a connection to home, family, and friends with the Four of Wands. It is one of the happy, stable home or home life, whatever that means to you, cards. And often it represents preparing for a celebratory event, which includes friends and families. This is one of the cards that can imply marriage, weddings, celebrations, graduations, uh, you know, family reunions, even. But the Four of Wands is also a card that can often represent that there is a happy surprise or unexpected blessing coming in. And it's not a card of an indeterminate future either. This is something that's coming in within like a week or two. This is the timing on this is pretty quick. It's a blessed card. It can sometimes represent the energy of preparing for an event which isn't happening yet, but it's happening quite soon, which is sometimes because the Four of Wands can represent that anticipatory excitement that runs through you when you're packing to get ready to go on a brand new journey. For those of you fellow travelers who do that, you understand what I mean. Um, a marriage, you're making all the plans, you're getting the preparations, everything's in place. And underneath all of the taking care of things and details, there's this kind of anticipatory excitement of what's coming, but with a connection to family and friends. Could be a family reunion as well. Underneath that, we have the star, which is a card of restored hope, faith. This is usually a card that comes out after a period of challenge, darkness, sadness, despair, sickness, darkness into light, winter into spring. It's a beautiful card. It's also one of the wish fulfillment cards And it represents walking a path, having faith in a path, devoting yourself to a path, even if you can't see more than a step or two in front of you. It's wish fulfillment that comes from an almost childlike faith in the path that you're walking, devoting yourself completely to it, knowing that when you need to be replenished, you will be, because the source itself, God, spirit, your angels, and guides, is limitless. I mean, this person is emptying their pitcher of water into the body of water that they're kneeling in or kneeling beside. That body of water is source, is spirit. This is a person who's devoted themselves to their path, putting one foot in front of the other, trusting that they're not holding anything back, because they're trusting that when they need to be replenished, they will be, that their joy and fulfillment comes from walking step by step in faith on this path. And it's a card of having a renewed sense of hope and faith. For those of you who have gone through a very challenging time recently, and I think a lot of us have, this is about feeling like, there's still love for you out there, there's still joy and happiness for you out there. For some of you, this may be a literal coming back together again of family and friends. Um, for some of you, this may be marriage too. There's a correlation or a proposal of some kind. There's some kind of huge, momentous, perhaps unexpected thing that's happening for you in the first part of May. And to me, it feels like it's happening very early on in May. So it could be for some of you at the very end of April, the very beginning of May. And it represents starting off on a brand new journey. These cards are correlating to each other as well. I mean, we have the tower is actually sitting next to the four of wands. This is very fast energy too, because the tower comes in very fast, very unexpectedly. It's a total game changer. It really shakes things up. The four of wands is also as an unexpected blessing or a happy surprise. This is also usually the energy occurring within at least a couple of weeks of this. So this is all happening during the first part of May, something that you have manifested. Or as a result of your actions, and it's beautiful. This is one of those. This is one of those spreads where I really like seeing the tower card, because it's surrounded with such positive cards. Uh, that the tarot card represents the ending of something in your life that's meant to end, but it's in a blessed, happy way. This is kind of like when the tower can represent, winning the lottery, or getting that dream job you thought you weren't going to get, or the marriage proposal, kind of coming out of the blue, some kind of celebratory energy. And it could be you, it could be somebody very close to you, because the Tower card is next to the Four of Wands, and there is kind of a strong energy of family and friends with this too. It definitely looks like whatever's coming in for some of you is going to be the cause of a celebration, a function, a party of some kind in a short while. And so, because of this Tower card energy, you begin preparing for that. You receive the news of it, so you begin to prepare for that, whether it's about you directly or somebody very close to you that you love in your family, because there's a family celebration or party joy that's going to be coming as a result of this. And this is a general reading, so that could be a variety of different things. For some of you, this might be, especially with everything having gone on with being having our activities so restricted. A lot of it gives people a lot more time than normal to kind of ruminate and think about things, and a lot of things can come out of this. It's very positive. So for some of you, this might be um, the bringing back together again relationships, whether family or romantic, that have been estranged in the past, and things got right. Things have been getting, we often go through this reprioritizing energy, during the pandemic lockdown and everything. So it allows us to see things. We reach out and make connections to people perhaps we haven't been in contact with for quite some time. So there may be some reunification, some reconciliations happening here, relationships coming back together again, the joy and celebration of that. Some of you, it might be physically coming back together again and celebrating. It could be marriage for some of you, or a marriage proposal, getting, planning for the wedding, whether you or someone very close to you. Um, there's a sense of hope. There's a sense of renewal, celebration, starting off on a brand new journey. It's really lovely energy. Let's clarify a couple of things. Let's clarify the Fool. The Nine of Swords. Let's pull another one. The Ten of Wands, and right behind it, the High Priestess. So, what's this new beginning, this Fool, this overall energy that's over the first half of May? I almost said March. Again, I feel like you have taken a huge leap of faith, stepped off the beaten path, done something maybe that was you felt was maybe a bit of a risk, or maybe quite a bit of a risk, because you wanted some kind of burden that you were very stressed out about to come to an end, very simplistically. I mean, why the Fool? We have the Nine of Swords here, which is overthinking, obsessing, negative thinking, insomnia, stressing, stressing, stressing. Swords is air energy, and that's all about what goes on in our head. So this is a card of, you know, being in fear of the future, envisioning the worst possible outcome, maybe what's going to, how's this going to work out, being very stressed out about something. Uh, and I mean, the Nine of Swords often comes up when there's fear of the future, an unknown future, and how's it going to turn out? You envision different things that could happen, and often they're, negative because they're fear-based. And here we have the Ten of Wands, which is tens in the tarot represent a cycle coming to an end, achievement or fulfillment, something coming to a completion point. Um, and here, the Ten of Wands represents a heavy, heavy burden. You're carrying it successfully, but it's heavy. You can't even stand up straight. But the 10 represents that you're at the end of that. You're bringing a cycle of challenge, struggle, effort, burden to an end. There's been a lot of stress attached to this. I feel like this energy is twofold for you, Leo. I feel like part of this stressed out burden energy, this is what prompted you to make some kind of choice or decision to start off on a brand new journey, even if other people said, I think you're nuts, or you, perhaps part of you said, I think I'm nuts, what am I doing here? I'm risking something by stepping off this beaten path. I have no idea where it's going to lead, but this has to end. That's why I'm making this decision, this Tower card energy, to manifest this Tower card, because this stress, this burden, this has to come to an end. And I also feel like in doing that, again, there's a certain amount of stress that comes with starting off on a brand new unknown journey that may be kind of risky. But, behind it is this Ten of Wands. So, whatever this Tower card represents to you, Leo, you've either consciously, indirectly, or because of decisions you've made, because something had to come to an end, you're like, okay, I'm doing this. I am breaking away and I'm doing this. And there's this Tower card energy, and it comes in because this has got to come to an end. So that's why you're doing that. And the High Priestess right behind it, it's intuition. It's listening to some people call it gut instinct, your higher self, the conduit through which you get messages or compulsions from God, Spirit, your angels, and guides. Listening and allowing what leads you and compels you to make decisions on, if that makes sense. The High Priestess represents listening to your intuition, listening to dreams which repeat or have the same theme, coincidences which are so similar they're not really coincidences. This represents that conduit between us and spirit, and that's often what they use to kind of give us feelings and compulsions to go one way instead of another way, even if evidence says, well, you shouldn't be doing that, you should be doing this. You're like, yes, but I feel led towards doing this. So this is something you instinctively, intuitively knew was best for you, and you decided to jump off the cliff and go ahead and do it. That's what's happening. Let's clarify the Four of Wands. What is this lovely, happy, family, celebratory, unexpected blessings kind of energy? It could be because you made a decision to step off the beaten path. The result of that, particularly for those of you, some of you, this might be marriage, like a marriage proposal. And it could be that you were in a relationship, as an example, that had been going on and on for quite some time. And you'd been saying, well, where are we going? What's this about? Um, and now all this time's passed, maybe years have passed, and you're like, okay, well, if this isn't going to go to the next level or deeper level, I've been putting all this time and effort in, I can't do it anymore. I'm leaving. I'm done. I have to move on with the rest of my life. And doing that, even though it was maybe felt like a big emotional risk and was very scary, it prompted a marriage proposal from your person or the other person, or vice versa. It could be that as well. So that tarot card energy could represent that the unexpected event coming in, you didn't exactly plan, but it came because of a conscious decision you made to start off on a new path, however risky it was. So for some of you, it's going to be that. Let's clarify this Four of Wands. Beautiful celebratory energy. The Knight of Cups, an offer, love, support, encouragement. The Knight of Cups rushes in and offers that emotional cup full of love, dedication, somebody expressing their feelings. There's an offer and an opportunity here, and that's what's clarifying the Four of Wands. Oh, and right behind it, we have the Three of Cups, which is the party, high social energy card as well. This is a card about kindred spirits, being out, having a good time, drinking, dancing, celebrating. I mean, there's definitely a party in the works. It's very clear that, at least for some of you, there is some kind of offer that's come in. Either it's from you or from somebody else. If it's from somebody else, the way that it happens might be unexpected, but it's because you took a risk, you took a chance. I mean, however you look at it, you've manifested this tarot card energy. It's very clear that some of you either made a marriage proposal or are receiving a marriage proposal, uh, maybe moving in together, getting engaged. Whatever the decisions were that provoked the Tower card energy, there is an offer in there with the Knight of Cups. It's an emotional love support offer. It sets something in motion that results in celebration, party, family and friends getting together to celebrate this as well. Some of you at this, I mean, this might not be, getting engaged or getting married or moving in together, but I feel like for most of you, it has to do with family and friends. Um, in terms of family and friends celebrating what this is with you, but it could be something else. And it also could be planning, you know, family celebrations and family reunions, people getting back together again, although there is this sense of this unexpectedness, this tower card energy because of your decisions and actions. And it's a lovely, beautiful, bright reading. So it definitely looks like the first half of May, Leo. Uh, there is some, perhaps even the end of April. I am recording this in the very last days of April. So it could be that this is already ongoing. You've taken a risk, you've stepped off the path, a step of faith, perhaps even a leap of faith for a lot of you. It has, in one way or another, produced this tower card energy, unexpected blessings, happy surprises, offers of love, support, encouragement, and preparing for celebrations because of it with family and friends and loved ones. Any way you look at it, it's a beautiful, bright reading, and I'm happy, happy, happy to see this for you. So, Leo, that is your reading for the first half of May. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope whatever the details are of it in your own personal life, Leo, I hope this is one of those readings I hope resonates for everybody that watches this. It's really quite lovely. Again, if any of these readings resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, just click on the description link below where you'll see some more information and my contact details. I'll see you all in a couple of weeks for the May mid-month readings. Until then, I wish you much love, joy, peace, good health, and happiness. And I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.